Coming to you live from Johannesburg over the next hour, an in-depth look at the big local, international and African stories that are shaping our world this evening. This is Tonight with Jane Dutton.
The white folk raping black folk statistic I'm having a tough time finding. Maybe the whites are racist because we can't, for the life of us, find a white person who wants to rape a black person.
Banned and gagged. Steve Hofmeyr's relationship with MultiChoice is over. The pay TV company will not air anything linked to the racist singer. It's partially because of a tweet he wrote in 2014 saying black people are the architects of apartheid. Does this help build a non-racial society or just stifle free speech? And will the same rules apply to others, including politicians who make hateful and racist comments? Dodgy financial service providers in the insurance industry, hiding their fees and obscuring the detail in the small print. It's been going on for too long, with a devastating impact on people's lives. Now, a new industry standard is in place to enforce transparency. Will it work? What does it mean for you and me? Botched surgeries in public hospitals, it's frighteningly frequent. Health professionals are overworked and underpaid. Checkpoint speaks to people whose lives have been ruined. But first, the news. 1,800 workers are stuck underground after an incident at a Sibanye Stillwater mine near Rustenburg in northwest earlier today. A mine spokesperson has told ENCA the miners are trapped. Some rails being transported underground fell down a shaft and blocked it. The miners will now be rerouted underground to Kuseleka mine, where they'll be brought to the surface. They've been given water and food. No one's been injured, but the mine had a spike in fatal accidents last year. And in February, a power failure trapped about 1,000 workers underground for more than a day in February last year. Police in eThekwini in KwaZulu-Natal faced off with protesting municipal workers. The crowd gathered outside the Durban City Hall, demanding to speak to the mayor, Zandile Gumede. They're demanding better wages, alleging that recently hired MK veterans have been moved to higher ranks within the municipality and earn better wages than them. The workers want to be treated in a similar manner. 2 workers were taken in for questioning by the police and released. Now, people against petrol and paraffin increases are planning a fuel price protest on election day. They say government is the cause of these hikes and that people must use their votes in protest. The price of petrol increases to the second highest on record from midnight.
Almost 40% of what we pay for in petrol and diesel goes towards government taxes. And those taxes are being mismanaged through corruption. It's corruption that's costing the country, like Becky Cele mentioned, about 29 billion rands a year. The government collects 118 billion rands through fuel taxes. And you can see the amount that goes towards corruption. Now, we are saying to government, there is a solution. In fact, there's 2 solutions. Number 1, impose a wealth tax on monopoly industry that uses our natural resources to make great profits. A wealth tax on those companies to recover these monies, not from fuel.
Rescue teams are sifting through floodwaters in what was once the city of Pemba in Mozambique. Cyclone Kenneth has killed at least 38 people with winds of nearly 300 kilometers per hour, pounding the area. Continuing rainfall is hampering rescue efforts. Our reporter, Dasan Tatia, is there.
Most of the Rescue South Africa team has already flown out to Ibo Island. That's where they'll begin their assessments, just to look at the extent of the damage caused by Cyclone Kenneth. What you're seeing at the moment is some of the team members now splitting up food supplies to ensure that those that remain behind will have enough for the night and that there will be enough to feed the teams that are already working on the island. Ian Sher has managed to get in touch with the teams via satellite phone because there are very limited communications out there. Ian, what are the teams telling you?
Look, they've just started, they've found accommodation, they're starting to organise transport on the island through contacts that they have from South Africa. They should be, hopefully, as we speak, I'm hoping that they've started their assessments. So the assessments are going to take probably a couple of days to do the island north of us and the island south of us, and then Ibo Island itself.
IEC Chief Electoral Officer Sai Mamabolo says the staff trained, ready to assist millions of voters on May the 8th. The Electoral Commission officially opened its operations centre in Pretoria.
We printed the ballot paper. At this point, the ballot paper is on the ground. We've made available security materials, the stamps, the ink, and all related things. We've trained staff. There's a bit of mop-up training happening at the moment, but otherwise we are ready and confident that we'll be able to assist 26 million South Africans next week.
Still ahead.
Our laws are not laws in South Africa, they're all black therapy.
MultiChoice bans Steve Hofmeyr's content from their platforms. Is this censorship or a justified social consequence of racist behaviour?